You watched a motivational video. You felt unstoppable. You were going to change everything. Wake up early, hit the gym, build the business, read the books, fix the habits. And then the next morning came. And you hit snooze. Sound familiar? Here is the problem nobody talks about. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when you don't need it. It disappears when you do. And every single time you rely on it, it lets you down. But there is something else. Something that does not care how you feel in the morning. Something that does not need music, a speech, or a perfect mindset to show up. It is called discipline. And today, I am going to show you why discipline beats motivation every single time, without exception, without debate, without question. Part 1. The motivation myth. Let me tell you what motivation actually is. Motivation is an emotion. Just like happiness, just like excitement, just like fear. And emotions, by their very nature, are temporary. They come, they go, they are triggered by things outside your control. A good song, a YouTube video, a quote on Instagram, a conversation with someone who inspires you. These things light a fire. But fires need fuel, and motivation runs out of fuel fast. Research from the University of Scranton shows that 92% of people who set goals based on motivation alone never achieve them. 92%. That means if you and 99 of your friends all decided to change their lives based on a moment of inspiration, 92 of them will fail. Not because they are weak, not because the goal was wrong, because they built their plan on a foundation that was never designed to last. Motivation is rocket fuel, powerful at launch, gone in minutes. You cannot build a life on rocket fuel. You need something that burns slower, quieter, and never stops. Part 2. What discipline actually is. Discipline is not what most people think it is. Most people think discipline means being hard on yourself, punishing yourself, white-knuckling through every day with zero enjoyment. That is not discipline. That is suffering. And suffering is not sustainable. Real discipline is something much simpler. Discipline is doing what you said you would do long after the feeling that made you say it has left the room. Read that again. Doing what you said you would do long after the feeling is gone. That is it. That is the whole definition. A disciplined person does not wake up every morning feeling amazing and motivated and ready. They wake up feeling exactly like you do, tired, unmotivated, unsure. The difference? They do the thing anyway. Not because they feel like it, but because they decided in advance that feelings do not get a vote on whether they show up or not. That decision made once removes the daily negotiation. No more, do I feel like going to the gym today? The answer was already decided yesterday, last week, the moment they committed to who they want to become. Part 3. The science behind discipline. Here is what happens in your brain when you rely on motivation versus discipline. Motivation activates your limbic system, the emotional brain, the part that reacts to excitement, fear, and pleasure. It is powerful, but it is unpredictable. It responds to your environment, your mood, your sleep, your last meal. Discipline activates your prefrontal cortex, the logical brain, the part responsible for planning, decision-making, and long-term thinking. This part does not care about feelings. It cares about systems. It cares about commitment. It cares about the future version of you that you promised yourself you would build. Here is the key insight. Every time you do something hard without relying on motivation, your prefrontal cortex gets stronger. Like a muscle, every rep makes it bigger. Every hard choice makes the next hard choice easier. Scientists call this cognitive control, the ability to override emotional impulses with deliberate decisions. Motivated people exercise their emotions. Disciplined people exercise their brain. And a trained brain will always outlast a temporary feeling. Part 4. Motivation versus discipline, real life. Let me show you exactly how this plays out in real life. Monday morning. Both people wake up. The motivated person feels the fire. They crush their workout. They eat well. They work for hours. They go to bed proud. The disciplined person wakes up tired. They feel nothing. But they do their workout anyway. Shorter maybe. Harder mentally. But done. They eat well. They do their work. They go to bed proud. Same result, different fuel. Now, fast forward 6 weeks. The motivated person has had 3 incredible weeks and 3 weeks of nothing. Because motivation came and went, up and down like a heartbeat. The disciplined person? 6 solid weeks. Not all perfect, but all done. No days where they talked themselves out of it. No days where the couch won. No days of, I'll start again Monday. Consistency is the compound interest of self-improvement, and discipline is the only account that never closes. Part 5. How to build discipline from zero. Okay. So, how do you actually build discipline if you feel like you have none? 3 steps. Proven, simple, permanent. Step 1. Start smaller than you think you should. The biggest mistake people make when trying to build discipline is starting too big. I am going to work out 2 hours a day. I am going to read 50 books this year. I am going to wake up at 4 a.m. starting tomorrow. And then they fail, and they blame discipline. But the problem was the size. Discipline is a muscle. And you do not build muscles by maxing out on day 1. You build them by showing up, small, consistent, getting slightly harder each week. Start with 10 push-ups. Start with 10 pages. Start with waking up 20 minutes earlier. So small, it feels embarrassing. Because showing up small is infinitely better than not showing up at all. Step 2. Remove the decision. Discipline is not about willpower. It is about eliminating the need for willpower. Willpower is for people who have not decided yet. Decide once. Completely. Finally. I work out every morning. That is what I do. Not, I try to work out most mornings. Not, I work out when I can. This is what I do. Full stop. When it is a decision, it is negotiable. When it is an identity, it is not. Step 3. Track your streak. Get a calendar. Put it somewhere you see every morning. Every day you do the thing. Draw a bold X through that day. After 3 days, you have a streak. After 7 days, you have momentum. After 21 days, you have a habit. Your only job is to not break the chain. Because broken chains hurt. And that small pain of not marking your X will pull you out of bed on days when nothing else will. Part 6. The identity of a disciplined person. 7:15:8. Here is the final truth about discipline. It is not a habit. It is not a routine. It is not a system. It is an identity. Motivated people say, I am trying to be more disciplined. Disciplined people say, I am a disciplined person. This is who I am. This is what I do. The moment that shift happens, everything changes. You stop fighting with yourself every morning. You stop negotiating with the snooze button. You stop waiting to feel ready. Because disciplined people do not feel ready. They just go. And every time they go, they prove to themselves who they actually are. Not who they want to be someday. Who they are, right now, today. That identity built one hard morning at a time is unbreakable. Motivation cannot touch it. A bad day cannot kill it. A missed workout cannot erase it. Because it is not built on feeling, it is built on doing, over and over, until doing becomes being. Stop waiting to feel motivated. Motivation will not save you. It never has. It never will. But discipline? Discipline will show up every single morning, rain or shine, tired or rested, inspired or empty. Because discipline is not a feeling, it is a commitment, and commitments do not have sick days. Start small today. Pick one thing. Do it without waiting to feel like it. And do it again tomorrow. That is how it begins. That is how it always begins. If this hit you, subscribe. We post videos like this every week. Like this if you are done waiting for motivation. And comment discipline below if you are making the commitment right now. See you in the next one.